flavoured wrestling news. I'm wearing my jacket today because I've got grief for not looking as nice as I used to in the olden times.
Oh, you look amazing. You always look amazing on the news and stuff.
All lies. It's all lies because this is just the jacket. Right, I'm still wearing my casuals underneath. It's all lies. Get them knees out for lads.
Can I lick your knee?
Maybe after the COVID cases have gone down.
Yeah,
so
that's a good point.
I threw this on this morning, so this is just my casual outfit.
Oh.
This is a jacket I found crumpled up in the corner that I very quickly ironed. And this is your wrestling news. The Rock's WWE return date has been revealed. We have more details on CM Punk's AEW talks, and a huge title match has been added to NXT TakeOver 36. We'll get to that in a little bit. If you smell, you probably haven't got COVID. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in the news today, and it looks as if he's going to be coming back a little bit sooner than we expected. We've had a few conversations about The Rock's potential return to face potentially Roman Reigns at a WrestleMania, but could be a little bit sooner than that, couldn't it, Andrew?
It could be. So according to Andrew Zarian of the Mat Men podcast, 3 separate sources within WWE have corroborated that the current plan within the company is for The Rock to return at Survivor Series 2021 in November. This year's Survivor Series, obviously, it's the 25th anniversary of The Rock Man himself, his debut in the WWE, and while there is no indication that he'll wrestle at the event, WWE are hopeful he will be there in some capacity. Zarian also revealed that Survivor Series will take place in Brooklyn this year, although an exact date is yet to be secured. So, this is nice.
This is really nice.
Yeah.
Before we get into the conversation on The Rock, Brooklyn for Survivor Series is a good shout. Always a good crowd in Brooklyn.
They'll be going crazy. They'll be going crazy, Tom.
A lively bunch in Brooklyn. Yeah, The Rock's return. 25 years since The Rock made his debut at Survivor Series. If you listen to the news podcast this morning, we had a little clip of The Rock's debut when he walks out in all the blue tassels.
Whoa.
JR going, "That blue chipper right there!" That's the one. And I remember, as I'm a wrestling fan of a certain vintage, I seem to recall this going down and thinking, he's quite good. He's quite good. We'll see how he goes. And now he's the biggest star on the planet.
Driving cars really fast now.
Almost furiously as well in some cases. With Jason Statham. With Jason Statham?
Yeah.
In Calvin and Hobbes? That's
It's
the one,
me,
isn't it?
Bald Man.
Oh, yes,
yeah,
you
it's
are.
just generic Bald Man.
You're Jason Statham.
Yeah.
After being left in the dryer too long. That's what this is. So, look into The Rock's, obviously, it seems obvious his opponent is Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Because I feel like all the stars are going to come back and just set their sights on the biggest star in the company at the moment. Is there anyone else we could see The Rock mixing it up with?
Well, because of the old guard coming back, Tom, I was thinking, going for a big old.
Goldberg. Rock Goldberg 2?
What? I didn't.
3 even. Was it 3? 2? It's 2. It's only 2, isn't it?
Yes.
They only had the one.
I didn't even think about that, but yes.
Oh no! What a dream that would be. I mean, there is something to be said for the timing of this information being leaked. In the week that CM Punk and Daniel Bryan have both been connected to AEW, suddenly there's sources in WWE going, "Oh hi, we've got The Rock, the biggest person on the planet." The man voted like the greatest American or something
like that.
Future president of the United States. Talking of Punk and Daniel Bryan, it's been a busy week for them.
I'll give you one of them.
Pepsi Man.
Pepper's boy.
So CM Punk and Daniel Bryan connected with WWE this week. Not WWE. Whoa, I did a Jim Ross there.
Confirmed.
They're returning. Get that written down. Sean Fightful of Rossap.com. Actually, it's Fightful that we can thank for this morning. CM Punk's AEW talks. A little bit more detail on that. Fightful said that back in January, Ring of Honor put out the feelers for CM Punk, and the conversations, apparently, it was nothing to do with. It was more to do with story, opponents, and general plans. That was what CM Punk was interested in, as opposed to dollars offered. So CM Punk not fussed about making the big bank.
Yeah.
Just wants something to get his teeth into creatively, and I think that's in keeping with both CM Punk and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
They're cut from a very similar cloth in that regard, aren't they?
Without a doubt, and I think CM Punk is his best when he has a fantastic storyline behind him. He always elevates storylines to just another level, and obviously I think money plays a little part in this, as it does with sort of anything with this kind of caliber of entertainment, but CM Punk, as long as he's creatively satisfied, I think that's the main thing that he wants. I think morally that is what he wants more than anything. So.
Yeah, exactly. I think that I can see him going somewhere where even if the money wasn't right. I mean, AEW got deep pockets, so money's not an option there. But I guess it's a case of, do you want here's some good fun ideas? And a lot of people that CM Punk has said he'd like to mix it up with are AEW guys. Punk has been stirring the pot. On his socials, just like that, namely the gram. So this is multifaceted. This is so AEW got the rights via trademark news, got the rights to the term "the first dance," which is to be used for a wrestling event or whatever. So they've filed the trademark for the term "the first dance." Recently, Michael Jordan was in a documentary on Netflix about his time in the Chicago Bulls called "The Last Dance."
Ooh.
And CM Punk, with all this news circulating about his next move, simply posted on Instagram just last night a black screen, just like a completely blank screen, with the song "Serious" by the Alan Parsons Project playing over the top of it, which is, if you know, the walkout song for the Chicago Bulls.
Teasy boy. He knows what he's doing. Oh, he knows what he's doing.
He loves a little tease, doesn't he, CM Punk? We'll keep you up to speed with what has been a busy week for Punk and Daniel Bryan shape news at Cultaholic.com. Over in WWE, Triple H having a chat with the North State Journal about a couple of things, Andrew?
Yeah, so speaking to Dan Gelson of, as you said, the North State Journal, Triple H has said WWE would take a hard look at how it can attract more fans to the product each week. It is never one thing. We see this as a moment in time to shift everything. There's a great emphasis on utilising the spaces that we have and the TV aspect of it while still engaging the fans. A lot of that comes from the time we had to experiment inside the Thunderdome, and I think Triple H has a good grasp of kind of what new sort of generations of fans want to see to bring more people in. I think he has a little bit more of an idea than, say, Vince at the moment, at least, anyway.
As long as the conversation doesn't end up make it look pretty.
Yeah.
We know WWE, and no other company in wrestling does production like WWE. I think whether you're for or against them, there's no denying that. Their production levels are second to none. But it has to run a little bit deeper than that. You know, it's all well and good to make a really disgusting cake that looks nice, but once people bite into it, they ain't going to want any more cake. So I mean, I think Triple H is somebody that has some good intention for the company in mind.
Definitely.
He seems to be growing more and more frustrated by things, at least from different reports that I glean. I get the vibe that Triple H is one of those guys who just sits at his desk at work and the first thing he does is go right, one of them. But some good news for his baby, for NXT final. Look what this
Excited, Tom, I'm excited.
This boy's priapic. And I just thought there was the one tripod in this room.
Nice.
And it's over there. So some huge news about NXT TakeOver 36, which is happening next month. We have a title match added to it, and it's a very spicy one.
Oh, it's so spicy, Tom. So, big old Volta himself is going to defend the NXT UK Championship against Ilya Dragunov at TakeOver 36 on August the 22nd. And obviously, this match was postponed for a little bit because Walter has an injury to his hand, and I cannot think of anything better than to have this match in front of a crowd. And also, Tom, indulge me, now that we're in front of a crowd, can we see Dragunov picking up that win and that title, that lovely title?
So is this the night they put the belt on Dragunov?
Dragunov will be a fantastic champion.
He'd be amazing. And the story they've told with this, like it's a really nice slow build of a story. Like Dragunov lost the match, he went a little bit wild afterwards, and it affected him. Like you see this sort of mental downfall of Dragunov, and he's built himself back up, learned to control and channel his rage a little bit. It's a nice story they've told on NXT UK, and I think it kind of, I mean, storyline wise, it makes sense. This is where we do it. But then there's a part of me that goes, can we not have Volta hold the belt forever?
Yes.
I've got this weird thing at the moment where I just want like champions to have really long reigns. Looking at you, Roman Reigns, who I've said on many occasions, I think should hold the belt until WrestleMania 39. Like,
do it.
A whole year and nearly 2 years.
Yeah.
You cowards, do it. Volta's had over 1,000 days now.
Oh yes.
Plus,
I put more stock in the belt.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. I think whoever beats him is going to become a star through it. And I think, do you know what? I think Dragunov Dragunov is a great choice. I think the only other person I could probably think of would be Rampage Brown. But Dragunov, I think, is a great shout for that. And like you say, in front of a crowd as well. It's not only it's not only going to be a great match, but it's a match they deserve, because these two had match of the year in my eyes last year in front of nobody. Like, if you haven't watched Volta and Dragunov from last year, it's a phenomenal piece of work. And it's in an empty BT Sports studio. So, with the crowd fully invested in this, I'm so excited to see what they do, taking it to the next level. So, so do we make a little prediction here? Do we think...
I'm going... you've seen my chest, Tom. I don't know if I can do predictions anymore, but
How's it looking, by the way? Do you want to get your little nip-nips out? Oh, my God!
It's not that bad.
Ooh, I mean, that was still like a few days ago.
Yeah, well, it's them chops you give me.
delicious chops. More news later on. I've got a little bit we can try.
Yeah?
When we do the news together. If I do your catchphrase, you do mine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we go. More news later on. Keys.
Love you, bye.